Welcome to the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.
Well, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast, sponsored by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics, our friends at Plaza Lincoln and Plaza Cadillac, and our new sponsors, the Warner Family Sports Foundation. Today, I'm excited. So we're talking about something on a sports podcast that's unique, but it really shouldn't be. We're talking band. And we have right here in the studio with us the band director, I'm going to get this right, of the Big Red Band.
Yes, the Big Red Band.
Tavares High School, the director, Gavin Hall, right? And the sidekick who makes this happen, right? Come on. I mean, Mandy, you make it happen. The booster president. I mean, you got to have both working together, right?
Yeah, and we're blessed to have a third, too. We have another band director as well, Cole Bushman, who can't be with us today, but we're all doing great things in our community as well.
How fantastic.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
I'm excited to get to know more about Tavares Band, to know, how long you've been there, Gavin. Just give us a little history.
Yeah, for
Are you
sure.
from the area? How did you end up at Tavares?
How did I end up in Tavares? Well, so this is my 7th year here at Tavares High School working with the Big Red Band. And I got here because Cole Bushman was the director before I think this is his 9th year here at Tavares. And him and I were great friends. We went to school together. We went to Stetson University. So I got to know him through there. And then we went our separate ways upon graduation. And I got the call, actually, believe it or not, right at the COVID year, 2020. And he was like, I got the associate position open here. Would love to have you come out. And I said, there's only one job I would drop for everything to come and do, and it was this one. So lo and behold, 6 or 7 years later, here we are.
Now, that seems unique to me because I don't know of many bands who have two directors.
Yeah.
So is that unique to Lake County? You find that?
Yeah, I believe we were the first ones to actually be able to do it and hold it on for this long. So it is a true blessing. It allows us to divide and conquer really well. So, for example, he's running a group of kids in downtown Tavares to play for the Chamber of Commerce, that gathering. And then we're obviously here today just to do this. And so, between the two of us, we're able to conquer a monster program together and make it easier for everyone and ourselves. So
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It absolutely does.
Everybody working together. Mandy, are you from Tavares High School, graduate?
No, I'm not. I'm a Floridian, but I'm not from Tavares High.
Tell us how you became the booster president.
Well,
What is a booster? Tell us a little bit for those who don't know what a booster does, because I'm assuming, and I have a little history in band, so I know it takes you to help this all happen.
it takes a lot more than me. That's for sure.
How'd you get here?
Well, my daughter's a junior this year. So in her freshman year, actually in her middle school year in 8th grade, our local middle school works with the high school at many things. So they come to homecoming parades, Christmas parades, they do everything together. And so we were doing that with them before we got to the high school. The booster that was there before me, they all were senior parents. So when they left, it was like, we need a whole new batch of parents. And so my freshman year with my daughter, I kind of interned, if you will. And then I just took over in her sophomore and junior years. This is my 2nd year.
It's been amazing.
Wow. So as a band booster president, obviously you have other people working with you, families, parents.
Just an army of people.
And
Absolutely.
The community helps you guys support and
Yes.
fundraisers, I'm assuming.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. We rely heavily on the community. We rely heavily on our parents, volunteers. I mean, we could not make this program work without every single person, not just a booster of board people, but the recurring parents that help, and even parents who their kids have graduated still help us out because they know what it means to run the program.
So, this time of year, we think of bands a lot of time with football. Obviously, it's the most visible, I would think.
Yes. Mhm.
Marching band during high school football games. What's going on right now with band? Tell us a little bit what goes on. Football's over.
Yeah.
So what happens to? I know it doesn't end for you.
Oh, no, not at all. So we just finished up our marching season in the first week of November there, and now we've transitioned into what we would call our concert season. So this is probably more traditional to what you're seeing with the sit-down band and that concert setting. We just had our winter concerts last Thursday and Friday. So it was nice to be able to put on 2 shows just to make sure everyone can see it, And like I said, we just finished that up. Obviously, all the holiday parades. And in fact, we actually have a jazz gig tomorrow right there at the Foxtail Coffee in Tavares. So that'll be really good. So we're pushing to the end here during the holiday season, but this is about where we're at with the concert bands, and then our color guard is also starting up their winter season, which is also indoors. Yeah.
I want to hear more about that. 'Cause I always think of color guard being for football.
Oh yeah, no, it's really cool.
Wow, that's fantastic. So when I think of concert band, I think of Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you do the traditional sleigh ride?
Oh, it was.
Always.
Oh, yes, every year.
Do we?
Oh, do we ever? It is a tradition for us to always play it at every concert. It's funny. We moved it towards closer to not the end of the program, let's put it that way. And a lot of our parents are used to that being the closer. But we flipped it around this year, so it was fun to see it in the middle of the concert like that. But yep, we got to play sleigh ride. I had the honor of playing the slapstick actually this year due to a student.
I was going to ask about that.
Yes, he usually does. Yeah, we had a student fall ill, so we had to cover in and do what we can.
Wow. So do you? The reason I'm asking this question. So back in the day, a long time ago, in the band, I saw our band director post on social media. I did not know this. When they did that song, he actually said it was the only instrument in the concert that he purchased at a lumber company.
Yeah.
And it was 2 blocks of wood that he used to slap. Is it similar to what you use when you do that?
Yeah, actually, ours isn't much too different. I think ours is, pretentiously speaking, built to be a slapstick. But no, we've had one in the past. We actually have a large one in the back room that is literally just a hinge and 2 pieces of 2x4s that you just put together. It's pretty simple.
The pressure of not hitting that at the wrong moment.
I tell you what, I have a lot of respect for our percussionists, and I learned it that evening where you have one moment to make a sound, and it's got to be in the right spot.
Seriously, I can't imagine the pressure of knowing here comes that downbeat. Do not miss this.
Do not blow it. That's right.
Everyone waits for it too,
They do.
In the crowd, everyone waits for it, and you see someone popping up.
Oh, yeah.
There,
The whole crowd's waiting for that number. That was one of the things our band director said. I saw it on, so I couldn't believe this because as a student, you don't see all this.
Right.
But he said he cut it out one year. And he took all kinds of heat from the families because it was a tradition.
Oh, yeah.
That everybody was waiting for that song. So I figured with you guys.
Oh, yeah. It's a beloved piece, and it just makes a holiday band concert feel like a holiday band concert. So, yeah.
How far out from marching band do you start rehearsals for stuff like this?
So what's Mr. Bushman and I both have really kind of adapted into our philosophy is that from day one, we want to think about the concert band, even during the marching season, right? So we have after-school rehearsals throughout the marching season, Tuesdays and Thursdays from 5 to 8, and that's where we try to, I know, it's a lot of hours.
Wow.
But we do try to accomplish most of the outdoor marching band stuff during that time. Both him and I believe that the concert bands are kind of the bread and butter of the at least the ensembles and the performing winds and percussion, right? So we kind of start that from day one. Now, when we started looking at the Christmas music, that was maybe end of October, early November there. Yeah.
So 3 hours, I mean, that is a lot.
Yeah, twice a week for the marching season, yeah.
So they're going through and they're basically keeping committed to this session. Are you seeing students who are in the marching band also in the concert band? So it's a continuation of what they're doing?
Absolutely. So it's a big part of our philosophy as well that students do both, right? Because a lot of skills, fundamentals are taught during the marching season. And most importantly, it's the culture building. Yeah. It's one of the few times in the year where the whole program, so it's all the winds, all the percussion, and all the color guard are together to put on one show, right? Wow. Or one product. And so, it's a strong belief of ours to keep them together and do that. And then, we all kind of go our separate ways throughout the winter season, but we're all committed to the same program, right?
Yeah. So when you guys have, and this is something back to my childhood, I'm thinking back when band was instituted, I think 6th grade probably.
Yep.
Is that about how it is here now too?
Yes. Yeah, they start in 6th grade and then we take them through 12. So it's a 7-year program. Wow. Seven.
So they go in, do you guys have competitions for first chair, second chair, third? Does that still happen in band?
And yeah, to a degree, absolutely. So we have 2 concert bands. We have our wind ensemble and our symphonic band. Okay. Then we also have 2 jazz bands, the Red and Gray Jazz Band. And so those are audition groups that we do at the end of the year. So the students do audition to either be in that upper group or the lower learning group, if you will. And then from there, Mr. Bushman and I, we don't really do the whole chair test thing. We kind of place kids where we think their strengths and priorities need to lie as far as development is concerned. Okay. So if I see a kid who really needs to kind of take on some more solos and really grow in that leadership role, musical leadership role, we'll put them on that first chair and throw them a bone and see what they can do, right?
Wow. No pressure there whatsoever.
No, not for us. It's all on the students, really. No, and the students really do. They embrace it well, and they do a lot of the hard lifting, Wow. So
well, that's great. So how often do you get to interact with the band? Is this a daily, weekly communication that you're having, Mandy, with the band directors?
I love his look at me right now. I don't think I've missed a thing for 2 years, quite honestly. I'm at every practice. I'm at every concert. I'm at every football game. We run the concessions, not only to support them, but for my daughter and for the 93 kids. I call them my kids too. I have her. She's my DNA.
Absolutely.
But every 93 of them is in my heart.
So you just gave me the number. So 93, is that how many members
give or
are
take,
in?
I think we might
Yeah,
be
give or
going
take.
up or down.
We're somewhere around there.
Yeah.
There's total students there performing, yeah.
So when you're in the band and then you have color guard, also obviously marching season, and you just alluded to the fact that there's color guard outside of marching for football. Do you have to be a musical person to be in the color guard, or is that someone you can be in the high school and you say, I want to be in the color guard rather than just in the band?
Oh, I see what you're saying. As far as the student is concerned? Yeah. So for the students, we do have a few students who do both like the concert band playing and do the color guard. But actually a lot of those girls, that's their craft and that's their activity and that's what they stick to. So again, we'll do like tryouts and like warm up rehearsals, if you will, just to kind of do the icebreaker thing.
Sure.
At the end of every school year, and that draws in a lot of girls, and they just kind of recruit themselves in a lot of ways. It's a really unique activity. It's like you alluded to earlier, where it's the visual of the program, right? Especially on the marching field. So it catches the eye, and a lot of students end up falling in love with it. So
I love it. Well, we're going to take a break. I want to come back and talk more about the visual because I love the visual of a high school game as well as the sound of a high school game, how it changes. But I want folks to understand what goes into that. I know there's more than just showing up on Friday night, what we see.
Right.
Oh, yes.
So maybe we can come back after the break and talk about the commitment level and what it takes, preparation. I know there's got to be band camp somewhere in all of this. So we can learn together how we do this. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back to hear more about this Big Red Band in Tavares.
Is pain or restricted range of motion keeping you on the sidelines? Get back in the game with expert orthopedic care from UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics. UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics provides robotic-assisted surgical joint repairs and replacements, post-operative care, and inpatient rehabilitation services, all close to home, right here in Lake and Sumter counties. And for those unexpected injuries, UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics offers convenient walk-in and same-day appointments. To learn more or to schedule an appointment with one of their specialists, call 352-323-5665.
Hey, so welcome back to the Sports Hub podcast. We are talking Big Red Band in Tavares High School, and it's been exciting because we're talking about what it takes to become the Big Red Band and the competition, just the discipline it takes. You guys, and we're joined now, along with Gavin, one of the directors, by, somebody, you are at the top, the drum major. We have Avery McConnell with us. Avery, welcome to the Sports Hub podcast.
Thank you.
What year in school are you?
I'm a senior this year.
Senior. So you have another senior. And I would think, by your senior year, have you been a drum major before? Is this your first year?
This is actually my first year. Okay. Normally at Tavares, we put seniors in this position just so that we have full leadership and time to grow into the role that we have. Absolutely.
And we were talking earlier about the commitment it takes. Two days a week, you're doing 3 hours of rehearsal. Students who are in marching band are probably in concert band. So the commitment level of you guys has to be really strong for these students. They've got to love their craft.
Yes, they do. And that's something, we try to instill upon them. We try to make it fun along the way, and I think we do an okay job at that. But yeah, it is a huge commitment level. We know we ask a lot of those kids, but they see the rewards when it comes to the hard work that they put in. And I think that keeps them going.
I agree. I don't think a lot of people understand. We go to a Friday night football game, right? And halftime show is what everybody's waiting for.
Yeah. Oh,
you know? Because if it's not a good game, let's be real.
We want to see what some entertainment here,
exactly.
right?
When I came in, I got
no one loses in the band.
I'm going to sit in the stands. I want something to entertain me. I don't think people understand the amount of work you guys put in. Can you give us some idea of what happens before a Friday night? I'm talking back to the summer. What happens even during the summer when we're out at the beach and you guys are prepping for something that ain't even happening yet? What goes into that?
Yeah. So again, we start a couple weeks before school starts, and that will be our band camp, which I'm going to let Avery explain since she actually runs a lot of it as drum major.
So band camp is normally about 2 weeks before school starts, and it's a full week of 12-hour days, and we're learning how to march, we're learning our music for our show, and just figuring out how the whole community works together with all the different parts of the band.
Yeah. So how old do they start when you go into the marching band? A freshman, I guess, becomes part of the marching band?
Yes.
Have any of those students, by the time they're a freshman, learned to march before?
No.
This is the first time you are teaching them how far apart when you march with your feet and how to stay in line, I'm assuming, and the different techniques you're learning. One of the things that I think about in band camp is you guys are becoming a family. You talk about sports teams being a family. A band is a family.
Right. very much so.
So you guys work together. How do you, as the drum major, I mean, you are the figurehead for the band. They're watching you. How much responsibility do you feel to be the head of that family?
It's a lot of responsibility. And it's something that I strive to just be a little bit better at every day and learn who everyone is individually as well as a team, so that we just all feel connected and we have like equal respect for each other. Sure. That's one of the main things that's super important.
Because I can think of freshmen coming in, I mean, they look at you, and, you know, a lot of times we'll have a football player in here and they're a senior. And I tell them they're the NFL to some of the younger players. Mm-hmm. So when folks come in your band as a freshman, ultimately they've seen people like you perform on a field and they've thought about what it's going to be like. Are there things they come to you and say, hey, help me with this, because you're going through band camp, you're learning how to march, and you're hearing the snap, 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 and keeping it in time, but also trying to play the song? And do you guys have memorized the song, or do you play with music when you're playing in the marching band?
It's all memorized.
Wow. So you're having to memorize the music, know where you're going, make sure you're staying in line. How do you see freshmen handle that? I mean, how do you calm their nerves as the drum major?
It's a lot for a lot of kids, especially some people coming in like having no knowledge of their instrument and trying to, just because they see band and they're like, this is something I want to do. And so they come in and we're teaching them the instrument, we're teaching them how to march, how to play music. And so as drum major, it's really just my job to come alongside them and just like support them through that, and just be there for them and teach them whatever I can to help them succeed and be with the group.
Because you were probably in the band yourself before you were directing it. You were probably playing. What instrument do you play?
I play flute and piccolo.
Awesome. So you're woodwind there again in the band playing. How do you guys, and Gavin, you can help us with this. Do both directors sit down and design the show, or how do you do that? I've always wondered how. I never saw this in the behind the scenes.
Oh yeah.
Is it a program that you guys do? Because you know bands make letters, they make images, they do all this kind of thing. Is it a program you put together and say, this is what we want to do, this is the theme of the show, and this is how we're going to make this happen? Yeah,
so there's a lot of different routes that you could take with this, and Cole and I have experimented with all of them over the past few years. So we start the planning as early as like now. So I know him and I have already talked about, right when marching season was over, we already started thinking about how next year was going to look, what was successful from this past season, who are we retaining in the next year, what could we possibly do with them? So a lot of preliminary things. A few years ago, we did endeavor on writing our own marching show. So there is a program where you can write the drill. That was my responsibility, and Cole wrote the music. That was a bear.
I can imagine.
I have a lot of respect for those directors out there who love to do that themselves. For him and I, we felt it just kind of wasn't the most effective thing to experiment with while also giving the kids the best education. Is it our writing that's hurting them, or are we not teaching effectively? So, it's a great thing for some people to do. We realized it wasn't necessarily our favorite thing to do because we also like time with our families.
You got other lives.
Right.
To live, yeah.
So the cool thing is now is there's so many different resources out there where we've hired people out to write our music before. We've bought in. Oh, yeah. And same with the drill and the stuff you're seeing on the field. So usually we'll hire out a drill writer for the program. So we send out the numbers and what our sketches and vision for the visual is going to be. Quite literally like a storyboard. And then, we'll have the music picked out, or again, sometimes we'll commission that out as well.
So I've noticed, like with color guard, that there's now a lot of instrumentation, even on the sideline. Mm-hmm. So maybe a bass guitar or something that's added. Do you do that as well? Are you looking at that kind of thing?
Yeah. So we have the whole front ensemble, which can include, like you said, bass guitar at times, a lot of the mallet instruments like the vibraphone, the marimba, and there's accessory percussion instruments as well. And also that's where we run our sound from. So the synthesizer, and we even had some voiceover this year as well. So
you have to figure out timing.
Yes.
At halftime.
Yes.
When the final horn goes off, when it begins to get everything in place. Avery, that's got to be a lot of pressure on you too. I mean, as leading that whole group, you've got to be able to get everybody where they need to be, making sure they know, and I'm sure you're barking out orders, and that's learned through band camp.
Yes.
They know you're in charge.
Yes. And so all through band camp, like as I said before, we're establishing that like respect with each other. So when I ask them to do something, they respect that, and so normally before a game, we'll come down about 7 minutes before halftime and get all of our uniforms on and get our hats all ready, and then we'll come in a warm-up circle, warm up before the show, and then march around to the back of the field and take the field during halftime, about 3 minutes in.
Now, do you do pregame as well? Do you guys have a pregame with the
No, we don't do
pregame.
pregame. No.
That was something in my past. We had to do a pregame
No, it's an
show.
awesome tradition, something we've toyed with before, but just again with the commitment level that we ask of the kids, that's a whole nother show to learn, right? So it's a cool tradition.
I'm sure even in competitions, Avery, you play a big part in that. I remember the drum major is the one who gives that salute to the judges, and it's usually something very decorative, very fun. Do you come up with that?
Well, this year actually we had a bit of a weird show, and so we did not do a salute because we had a prior voiceover thing going on. So I would be conducting the pre-show, and my co-drum major, Courtney Peters, she would do a salute during that, and then turn around and conduct the opening of the show with me.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So that makes me think, and we're going to talk about this. We're going to go take a break, but I want to hear more about competition.
Yeah.
Because what I'm hearing in that salute, and you just said you have a co-director. So now it's getting me thinking about how this all goes together, you working together. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. We're going to talk to the Big Red Band about competition, about winning, and then what it takes to win. Because there has to be a lot of discipline. So we'll be right back right after this.
Luxury awaits during our season's best sales event. Now is the best time to take home a new Cadillac with 2.9% APR and $2,000 savings on our best-selling lineup of electric vehicles. Or take home one of our legendary gas SUVs or sedans, also with these attractive seasonal offers. Plaza owners enjoy benefits like 4 years of free maintenance, free car washes, and more. Come experience the Plaza difference today. Plaza Cadillac across from the Leesburg Airport. Our drive to be the best starts with you.
So we're back on the SportsHub podcast, and we're talking band. We're talking Big Red Band from Tavares High School, and I'm having fun at this conversation because I'm getting to relive some moments, Gavin.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
It's so exciting to me. As I told you earlier, I just became a grandpa, and I'm trying to see if my little 1-year-old grandson has interest because he loves music.
Oh, love to hear that.
And I think that's where it all starts for these students, is to
Yeah.
get them, if once they show a love for music, man, their commitment level's got to just be hooked in.
Oh my gosh, yes. It's such an outlet for these students too. I mean, we all come from different walks of life, and the same thing with these kids, and it's a place for them to escape, focus on something, and again, be with a community and a family that really is passionate about something like they are, right?
100%.
So, it's a beautiful thing. We love it here.
We got one right here. So
Yeah.
Colin Osborne, right? So you are a section leader.
Yes.
You play brass, so we're welcoming you to the brass table. That's
right.
Because we all favor the brass at this table. Yeah. Senior Tavares High School, right?
Yes.
So tell me about thinking about your senior year. You've just finished marching band. You've just finished this concert season for Christmas. Man, how do you reflect on all that? Did you start when you were a freshman?
Yeah, I did. I started in middle school, like most people do. But yeah, it's just definitely been a lot because I've realized like this is the last year probably that I'm gonna do high school band at least, and I'm just looking forward to college band and all that stuff and being able to hopefully become a band director one day myself, hopefully, and yeah.
Well, tell me about that. So that's got to be warming to you, Gavin, to hear him say that.
No, it is.
That you have caught the fever, that now you're not finished. You want to continue. Have you thought about where you want to go to school?
Yeah, I'm thinking about Stetson, just like this guy over here.
Wow, I see some mentoring going on.
Yeah,
I'm loving it.
yeah.
So you're brass, so you play
French horn.
French horn. You want to continue into college. So that's awesome. And ultimately be a band director?
Yeah, that's my number one goal in life.
That's fantastic. Man, Gavin, you've had an influence.
I have. I wish I could have talked him out of it. It's a crazy gig, but no. It's such an honor to know that you make that kind of influence and show people what we do is actually impactful. So we're excited for you, Colin. Thank you.
Music is such a powerful tool, and I think that we sometimes overlook that. But the music that you guys have and you perform, whether it's at Christmas time in a concert band or at a high school game, and it's going into the fourth quarter, it's that band that gives the energy.
Oh yeah.
It livens the fans back up. It brings something to the stadium that necessarily on the field might not happen.
Yeah.
But you guys do it from the field and then on the stands as well. Let's talk about competition. So obviously there's a lot of work in the summer. We just had the drum major in here hearing about what kind of competition. Tell me about competition. When does that thought process? I mean, you got so much on you. You're thinking about you got to write the show. You got to have everybody in the band. You got to make sure everybody's dressed a certain way. You got to make sure everything's going right. And then you're thinking about beyond Friday night football game, a Saturday competition.
Absolutely.
When does that begin?
So that also starts at the beginning of our school year, sometimes over the summer, even as early as the end of the year prior. So we start planning out what that schedule looks like. We compete in a circuit called the FFCC. which takes a really good care of us and does a great job with what they host as far as marching band competition is concerned. So that process starts a while back. We get those things booked. And then really it's just a mindset game, right? So it's, how good can we be by that Saturday, right? And can we be better every rehearsal, every week? Yeah. And to us, getting that feedback, which is really crucial, and what we like about that circuit as well, is that there's time to sit down with those judges and they can go, here's what I saw. Here's what you can do going forward. So that's a huge perk. And then obviously the ratings are fun too, right? But Oh yeah.
Trying to get that superior rating, and
That's right. And what we love about the FFCC is they do actually do the number rating. So again, you can even get up to that, that first, second, third place kind of mark there. We don't want to, it's always a fun thing to go for and to strive for, but that's never the it, right? Yeah. And like I said, it's that were we the best we could be that day.
Sure.
Right?
Is there a grand champion?
Oh yeah,
the show too.
So it's a whole season. It's a whole season with multiple shows. You have to play in a certain amount of shows to qualify for those championships. You register for that championship, and then there's a grand champion at the end. We didn't personally do that this year. We just kind of do 2 shows again, just to kind of fulfill that checkpoint kind of model, right? We love to compete and see other great groups from around the state, which is awesome. Wow. So I think this year we traveled to Oviedo and then out to where else did we go? Where's the other one? I don't remember. Plant City. Yeah, and Plant City out there. So again, we got to see schools from all over Central Florida, and just again, kind of see where we stack up against others.
So are you typically marching on grass or turf?
We march on a grass field. A lot of these host sites for the competition do the turf field, AstroTurf.
Yeah. I noticed because I took a little visit out to the Villages High School.
Oh.
Or should I say college campus.
Yeah, facility.
Unbelievable.
It's gorgeous.
And I thought back to football days and band days. And I thought, how incredible would it be to march or play on that field?
Yeah, we get to do our end of the year MPA there, marching performance assessment. So the whole district comes together for those superior excellent, ratings. And luckily for us, the Villages get to host that, and with their wonderful, wonderful stadium and facilities. It's like going to a college campus.
It really
right?
is.
Yeah.
It's
better than some college campuses even.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've been to some college campuses that aren't like that.
No, sir.
It's amazing. So when you guys are in that competition, is that all the schools in Lake County, all the high schools here in Lake County go out there for that?
Yeah, so all the schools in Lake County plus Sumter and Marion as well.
Really? Mm-hmm. So that's a full day.
It's a full day, yes, sir. Yeah. And we pride ourselves on being there from beginning to end. We like to see the small groups that play in the beginning all the way to the large groups that in the end, because we're Tavares and we love music and we support everybody who's playing with us that day.
Now, I know we're going to say this because the Big Red Band is the best in Lake County, but I'm just curious, who's the biggest competitor for the Big Red Band? There's got to be some band you guys look at and go, man, we got to get there. We got to get past them this year. Is there anyone like that you look at every year?
Again, I think our biggest competitors ourselves. No, quite personally. And it is a challenge year, week by week for those kids to kind of rally like that. I would say we run into Lake Mineola a lot. We're not by far from headbutting with them or anything like that, but we do see them quite frequently. Mount Dora High School actually out here is another one who has a very good competitive group.
Really?
And it's fun to, just be side by side with them and kind of go, hey, what you doing over there? It's like, oh, wow, okay, cool, good for y'all, and then same back over here. You get a little bit of that competitive edge, but that's what makes it fun, right?
Yeah. There's got to be things in band, just like in sports, that you go, I see that, we're going to take some of that, bring it over here and use that. Do you do that? Do you see other bands that you see, maybe even online, that you see and go, man, we could do that here at Tavares, take it to another level? I saw a band this year that for Halloween, the entire band dressed up.
Oh, how fun.
And it made the crowd really responsive because it was visually appealing to what they were doing. And then the music style. I think they played Thriller or something like that.
Of course, yeah.
And just made a lot of fun. Do you do that? Do you research?
Oh, there's a lot of research. So there's a great professional marching band circuit known as Drum Corps International, or DCI. And that's the cream of the crop there. And they're kind of the trendsetters, a little sometimes to the avant-garde setting, if you will, like that. But again, watching other groups compete, you kind of see where the trends are and what's effective and what's not effective for audiences. So yeah, absolutely.
That's great. Now, we got concert band, we got marching band, Colin, all those you've been a part of, right?
Yeah.
Now you're getting ready to graduate. I got a couple more questions, and we're gonna try to really narrow this in for some folks watching who don't understand band, because I'm seeing the band is much broader than what we see on Friday night, listening to you guys talk. Do you also participate if a school has a musical? Do you guys participate as the orchestra for a musical from your high school?
That's something we haven't been blessed with too much yet, just with the way the theater department is going right now. But as far as community stuff goes, we do a lot of community things. We're playing around. Parades.
You're
are a
doing
big
stuff right now, or you're doing stuff for Christmas.
Yeah, like I said, we have
Jazz
some
bands
kids
playing.
Yeah, we have jazz bands playing all over the place. That's a very common one. We do a few jazz festivals a year. Like I said, the parades are a big one. And then again, even now we have just small group students going out, or small group of students going out to play for the Chamber of Commerce.
Wow.
So yeah, we're on call for a lot of people. So it's nice.
Another great way for the family to come together at Tavares High School as a band and see the different elements of the band. So whether it's jazz or whatever it might be, they're finding a place in the community that they can give back and have exposure to use what they love to do, whether it's French horn like you or a drum major, or even bringing Mandy from the booster side, and I guarantee she's working year round.
She is a godsend. So yes, she is doing all the stuff Mr. Bushman and I forget. So it's wonderful.
So everything that the band needs comes together from a community and the family, and you guys get to experience that throughout the year. I'm excited for you guys. I'm going to say yay to the Big Red Band. I want to go see you guys this fall and see you guys at a high school game.
Yeah, absolutely. Always welcome.
And just watch what happens. I might even come down the sideline and say, remember me.
Oh, yeah.
And just so I can see you guys. We're excited about your season next year. Thank you guys for being on the Sports Hub podcast. This has been an amazing time to be here today, and I thank the Tavares High School Big Red Band for being here. I wish you guys the best in the coming season, and I wish you the best as you go off to maybe Stetson University, maybe to be a band director, who we get to interview right here about where you are in your next career. So thank you guys for being here. We'll see you next time on the Sports Hub podcast.
This has been the Style Sports Hub, presented by UF Health Medical Group Orthopaedics.